the serious answer is that this is actually not the book that I initially set out to write. I had noticed that Americans were a lot less polarized than our media and our politicians wanted us to believe. You know, you hear this narrative over and over that we've never been so polarized, we've never been so divided. And I knew, like, for example, from, you know, the Frum community that, you know, when Trump first ran for office, he only got 55% of the Orthodox vote, which meant that, you know, across the nation, there were Shabbos tables where people were pro and anti-Trump, including my own, including my parents, you know, like just this robust debate, and people were not afraid of having that debate. And I started to travel a lot and notice that, you know, in non-Jewish contexts, this was the case as well. Like as soon as you got out of New York City and you know, San Francisco and these, you know, Washington, D.C., polarization sort of receded to the background, especially among working class Americans and middle class Americans who are not making money off of this polarization narrative. So I wanted to write a book about how we're a lot less polarized than we think. And I couldn't sell it because nobody in the elites is interested in that story. And finally, a very kind editor said to me something very, very important, which was, if we're not polarized, then why do I think we are? Maybe you should write that book. And I think that actually is I think that's the book I wrote. That's Bad News. It's explaining where the incentive is to push this narrative of polarization. And I argue that the incentive is, you know, it's largely about erasing the true divide in America, which is not political, but is a class divide.